How do you get existing Figma designs like this one into Webflow? If your answer involves a lot of color picking and 1,000 clicks, you should stick around. Rebuilding a design by hand usually means recreating every color, every text style, every small component, and re-uploading every single asset. That's a lot of busy work, and it's exactly the kind of work an AI agent is good at. Let me show you how your favorite AI agent can do all of it with a single prompt in this video. Here we have a free design that I snatched from the Figma community. It has a nice bento grid going. I like the colors, I like the images, and I would now like to port this design into Webflow. So here we have my new Webflow site that should take on this design that we have in Figma. It's entirely empty. There are no components, no styles, and we will now use Claude Desktop to do all the busy work for us. If you want to use a different agent, this will also work as long as your favorite AI agent supports MCP connections. So let's give Claude the right tools so that it can communicate with Figma and Webflow. As a first step, we can set up the Figma connection by using the official Figma plugin, which you find in the Anthropic plugins directory. And we can look here for Figma. We can install this one, and this should now be good to go. So let's have a look if that worked. So it's very important that when you installed the Figma plugin, that you check that this connector here is actually up and running and is working, because this is what enables the communication with Figma. This looks good, but let's quickly test it out by asking Claude, can you access this Figma file? And I'm pasting the link to the design that I just showed you. Now it's looking for tools, gets the metadata, but this is already looking very good. Nice. That's the correct name. So we now established the Figma connection. Let's go on with Webflow. To get the Figma design into our new Webflow site, we can bring in the official Webflow connector. So let's browse all connectors. Let's look for Webflow. Here we go. Let's establish this connection here. It now wants to authorize, which we can quickly do. Here we go. We want that Claude is able to use Webflow MCP. So let's continue. And here we have somewhere the site that we want to play with. This is Stefan's Figma import. Now we will authorize this new connector, and then we are good to go. All right. This now looks good. So let's see if that works. Can you access my Webflow site? All right. This is already looking very good. And here we go. With this, all the hard work is done already. So let's start a new chat and port this Figma design into Webflow with a single prompt. And here it is. I've got a Figma design here, and this is again the link to my Figma file. Can you import it into my Webflow site? Please set up CSS variables and components as you see fit. Don't generalize the content. Take all the existing text as is. We will fix it later if we need to. Also, don't publish. We want to have the honor. This task will now run for quite a while, so we'll speed up the video, show you some progress, and I will come back so that we can inspect the result. All right, this now took a little bit over 10 minutes, and Claude tells us that it is done. So let's check the result. Our Figma design now made it into Webflow, and if you ask me, this is looking pretty good. Claude made the design responsive, so if we click around, we can see that this will also work on smaller screens, even though we didn't ask for it. And if we poke around, we will discover that there are design tokens. So here we have the background color, some spacing, some border radius. We have two extracted components that are working, and all the assets are already uploaded. Now, of course, this isn't perfect yet. So for example, these borders shouldn't be in black, and there's a different font in use because Webflow doesn't have the font that was included in the Figma design. But overall, there's no way that I could have come up with this in Webflow in only 10 minutes. And this by itself is pretty amazing, but how did that actually happen? Let me show you the most important MCP tool calls that were included in this conversation. On the Figma side, the call that matters is get design context. The Figma MCP server responded here with an actual design implementation in React, a screenshot for validation, and URLs to download embedded assets. With that in hand, Claude switched to the Webflow side and started by setting up the design tokens for colors, sizes, and typography. These are the same tokens you'd set up yourself before styling anything. Classes came next. A page wrapper, a card class with modifiers, icons, all properties point to CSS variables where it makes sense. And with the styles ready, Claude then built the actual page. The element builder dropped in the navigation and the grid, and then all 6 bento cards in one nested structure with classes already attached. The images came straight out of Figma. The portrait, the project shot, all the little icons downloaded and imported automatically into Webflow. And my favorite part, the components. The site header and the project items got turned into reusable components. Claude decided on its own that these are repeating pieces worth componentizing. It's wild. And at the very end, Claude took a snapshot of the finished page and compared it against the actual design. It checked its own work before reporting back. Again, it's not perfect, but it's very impressive what AI can do. And of course, we could now tweak the result with some more prompting and some more instructions. So the next time you wonder if Webflow MCP could perform a task, give it a try. We just released 2.0 and I won't go through everything that's included in this tools list here, but if you haven't tried it yet, you definitely should. And that's all I have for you today. I'll add links to the plugin and connectors to the description, so now take a design, port it over and have fun.